Welcome to the conversation. So, I want to talk about something that I've been learning over the past year. For a long time, I thought becoming financially responsible meant saying no to myself all of the time. um, living that life of having a budget meant that, okay, hey, if there's something that I actually want, if I have an actual goal, then I have to be no all the time. I thought the goal was stop spending money, stop buying things, only spend money on necessities like gas, groceries, stuff like that. But over the last year, I have realized something so much more deep, that it's not the spending that's the problem. It was why I was spending. So if you're here, I am Megan J. Baker, Master Wealth Strategist and Financial Intuitive. I help people align their money with the life they want to build through wealth strategies, mindset, and intentional planning. We have honest conversations about money, identity, creating your life by design, because whether you know it or not, you completely have control over what your reality of your life looks like. So let's get into today's conversation. So for me, shopping was introduced as escape. It was two extremes, okay? Shopping was introduced to me either out of, scarcity of necessity or escapism, right? And escapism is essentially disassociation from your reality, right? I don't like what's going on. So subconsciously, what I'm going to do is I'm going to escape through a television show. I'm going to escape through food. I'm going to escape through sexual relations. Um, and for me, it was shopping or food. Okay. But today we're going to talk about food. Today we're going to talk about the shopping. So if I was stressed, overwhelmed, disappointed, or trying to deal with something I was feeling, I would look for something that would make me feel better. And a lot of times I would go and purchase things that were not needed, or I would talk myself into it, right? And it only gave me, temporary relief. And it really wasn't about the shoes, the makeup, the clothes, or any of that. You guys, if I could have told before I moved from Jacksonville to Charlotte, if I could have shown y'all my closet, it was ridiculous. I had literally in Jacksonville, I lived in a two-bedroom, two-bath apartment, and no. I lived in a a two-bedroom, one-bath apartment, and literally I had I had like four, I had in that apartment, I had so many closets. Like there were three closets in the master bedroom, two closets in the guest bedroom, a hall closet, a linen closet, and all of them were full of clothes and things that I had accumulated. And I could have used more, you know. And it wasn't until I got ready to move that I realized I have so much stuff I don't even need. So maybe you've experienced this too, where when you've had a rough day, a rough week, and suddenly you're scrolling online and you're adding things to your cart and you're telling yourself, I deserve this. I've had a rough day. Or you go to that grocery, or you go to DoorDash or Uber Eats or wherever, and you just start ordering food, because that was another thing that I used to do. I would use food and shopping as ways to medicate when I was having a rough time, or when I was feeling stressed and things of that nature. Um, so, but sometimes sometimes we're not buying the item. We're buying the feeling. We hope we're buying the feeling that we hope that item will give us. We are trying to buy the peace. We're trying to buy the excitement. We're trying to buy satisfaction. We're trying to buy love. We're trying to buy our joy with that particular item. But once the food was eaten, and once the item was purchased, the excitement, that thrill would go away, right? And then I would be right back in the same space and place that I was. And then there were seasons where I wouldn't buy anything unless it was absolutely necessary. I had convinced myself that getting my hair done wasn't important, getting pedicures wasn't important, clothes could wait, different things like that. So it was like, I went from overspending, then to not doing anything at all. And I thought that the not spending part was me being disciplined, right? I thought that was me practicing discipline. And now that I look back, I realized that it wasn't discipline. I was practicing deprivation. That the overspending and the not spending at all were really forms of scarcity, a scarcity mindset. Because either way, I was impoverished, right? Because like I have talked to you all before, those who follow me on TikTok and IG and things of that nature, I'm always talking about how money is energy. So just think about money as a person. And if you saw someone being reckless with their time and with everything that they did, you wouldn't trust that person, right? You would be like, oh, this is somebody I can trust. And then if somebody was underusing you, right, which is what I was doing when I went from the overspending to now not spending at all, you still don't trust me, right? Because you're like, well, what do you need me for if you're not going to use me? So I was essentially practicing deprivation. And today I live in a completely different space where I am learning how to balance those things. And and with that balance, I'm learning alignment, and how alignment tells you how, it doesn't tell me not to enjoy my money. You know what I mean? Alignment teaches us how to enjoy intentionally. And there is a difference. And that's why, today we're talking about consumption versus alignment, because there is a difference, right? So here's what I mean. I'm not I'm not asking whether you bought the shoes. Okay? That's not the question. I'm asking whether you're also building the future while you're buying the shoes. Right? Like, while you're having fun and going on vacations, do you also have 3 to 6 months of emergency savings in a high yield savings account? Okay. While you are planning your trip to Bali, are you intentionally investing in your retirement fund? And what does that look like? And what is that vehicle, right? You know, while you are spending $100, $200 on getting your nails done, which, oh my God, the artwork of nails right now is phenomenal. And if I could do it, I play the guitar. I can, nails is a no-no. So I keep them super short. Anyway, but while you're getting, spending $100 to $200 every 2 weeks to get your nails done and get them beautifully sculpted, um, do you have a financial strategy that is also helping you to move forward? Whether that forward looks like purchasing a home, starting a business, changing careers, creating financial freedom. Are you intentionally building assets that that support the life you say that you want? That is alignment, right? Alignment doesn't say you can't do this and you can't do that. Alignment talks about balance, because alignment is abundance. And with abundance, there are no wants, there are no needs, because you have everything that you could possibly need. It is all about timing, and it is all about mindset when it comes to that, and where you are sitting energetically, right? Because if all of your money is going towards your pleasure and there is no plan for tomorrow, that's not alignment. That is consumption, right? But here's the beautiful part. Here's the beautiful part. If you're intentionally building your future, go enjoy that vacation. Go get your hair done. Buy the outfit that makes you feel confident. Schedule the massage. Enjoy your life. Nobody's telling you not to do that. Because I don't believe that wealth is about depriving yourself. Because again, money is energy. And just to give you guys a quick example of one of the things that I teach a lot of my clients and a lot of people around me is, if you only say, I'm working this second job because I need to pay my bills, or I need an additional $1,000 a month just to pay the car note and things of that nature, then that is all you'll ever get. I remember working 3 jobs and still not having enough money to buy my groceries. I only had enough money for rent, car payment, different things like that. I was literally at the end of every pay period, probably had an excess of $100 a month. I was excited if I had more than $200 or $300. And it's because the only thing I ever prayed for was the ability to pay my bills. So then when I got that access of $100 or $200, then I would go crazy and say, oh my God, now I get to go to Marshall's, which is my favorite store, by the way. Marshall's, TJ Maxx, give me a Ross, because I like that they have those little knickknacks, you know what I mean? I like that they have seasonings that you can't find in your traditional grocery store. I love the fact that I can go and find the skincare on discount, that a bottle of this would be $30 in in a regular mall or something like that, but I can go there and get it for like 12 or $15. Anyway, I digress. So wealth isn't about depriving yourself. Wealth is about balancing your pleasure with your purpose and ensuring that, because if I know, like this week, I am overdue for a pedicure, baby. Oh my God. But I'm also going to pay my car note and I'm going to get my feet done. I need a new moisturizer because I am a ex-esthetician. I very much regret not maintaining that license licensure, because that would be another form of income for me. Oh my God. Okay. But I'm not going back in the past. I have forgiven myself. Forgive yourself, people. Okay. But so before your next essential purchase, I want you to ask yourself 5 questions. Okay. Before your next purchase, look me in the eye. I'm looking at you. You looking at me. I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions. Number 1, am I buying this to build my life or escape it? Okay? I'm going to say it again. Number 1, am I buying this to build my life or to escape it? 2, does this support the person I am becoming? 3, have I already funded my future? Like last night, I was going through I like to call it a measurement. I like to call it my wealth plan. I don't really like the word budget because budget sounds very restrictive. I'm still trying to figure out, but I like to look at my wealth plan and see, okay, I have various categories where money is going. I'm a business owner, so even within my business, I'm looking, okay, technology. I'm looking at all these different things that oftentimes we have to invest in when we're building and expanding and growing, right? So, but I also want to get my hair done, and I'm looking at the cost of that, and I'm saying, okay, have I put have I have I are all of my categories filled, right? As I am looking to schedule this appointment to get my hair done, right? So anyway, so it's like, you know, do I have enough money so if my computer breaks, I can put money towards that. And then I'm also going to put money towards getting my hair done. So have I funded my future, right? 4, will this still matter to me in 6 months from now? And then finally, question 5, will this purchase leave me with peace or pressure? Will I look at this item? Will I feel buyer's remorse once I purchased it and look at my bank account? You guys, you don't know how many times I have gone into a store, purchased some things, and looked and gone, oh my God, I didn't realize I only had $200 in my account, and now I'm panicking, and then I have to go do DoorDash or Instacart to put money back into my account so that a bill can get paid or make sure I have gas for the week. So those 5 questions can be the beginning of changing your whole entire relationship with money. Because consumption isn't the enemy, misalignment is the enemy. It's not purchasing the items or purchasing the house or purchasing the properties or doing this or doing that. That's the issue. It's the why you're doing it. And if you are, alignment is about what I am doing is intrinsically leading me towards my future. When your spending reflects your values, your goals, and the life you're intentionally building and creating, your relationship with money changes. It's no longer a pressure point or a stress. And that's the difference. Because consumption means I am utilizing this money from a place of insecurity, from a loop that's leading me to scarcity and poverty, right? And I definitely read them because I genuinely enjoy hearing your perspectives, and I want us all to win. And if today's conversation made you feel like you need more than financial information, but a personalized strategy, I offer complimentary 30-minute wealth strategy calls where we'll talk about where you are, where you want to go, and whether I can help you build the financial strategy that supports the life you're creating. And you'll find that link in the description below. Thank you all so much for spending these couple of minutes with me today. And until next time, remember to align your money and live out your legacy. And I'll see you in the next conversation.